And happy Saturday, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to SNSN's continuing coverage of ECC baseball right here on SNSN Sports. Got a great game this morning for you. Griswold traveling up to Killingley. We are live here at Owenville Park for a great ball game. What's up, Merch?
Hey, Michael. Morning. What a beautiful day, huh? We're kind of stuck in a booth, but it's better than April out in the cold. But it's a great day out there. Kids are going to have a great ball game. We got two teams coming in. Killingley with a record of 8-4 today, and Griswold with a record of 5-7. But I think overall, two pretty evenly matched teams. Both played yesterday, and both ended up on the losing side with Killingley getting beat by Stonington pretty convincingly 10-2, and then Griswold losing to New London 7-3. So both teams are out here today looking to turn that around. They're getting real busy too. They're getting busy. They played yesterday. They played today. They played Monday. They played Wednesday.
This is
the time of year. Yeah.
And
well, I had a couple rainouts, and that crams everything together. We're playing days consecutively, and it gets tough on the pitching staff, especially.
yes, exactly. Beautiful day. It's a smaller ballpark than what we normally see at Griswold. Griswold's like 870 feet to dead center.
Yeah, it's just never ending. Can't even see the fence.
No, here to dead center, it's a lot different. It's a lot shorter. And let's see. Let me pull this up here. Center field is 352, and it's 300 down the left field line and 327, a little bit deeper, down the right field line. So,
very nice ballpark, though. Nice field.
Oh yeah,
very well kept. Great field for a great high school game.
All right, so Mert, you want to give us a lineup for the Wolverines here in the top of the first?
Sure will. Hey, we got Sam Gilgenbach starting off in the first position today, and he's going to be pitching. Drew Harden's playing shortstop, batting second. Kiki Boy's playing first base, batting third. This might be a change here. I'm not sure. Our original lineup had Caden Deskis behind the plate, batting fourth. I'm not sure because in the pregame drills. Anthony Radcliffe was in there at the catcher's position. So we'll see. Calvin Odo batting fifth, playing center field. Caleb Dufrumbo, sixth, playing right field. The DH is Jake Duthry today. Sonny Botello's in left field, batting eighth. And Michael Brackway is batting ninth at third base. And the DH is for the second baseman, Hunter DuPont.
All right, here we go. Sam Gilgenbach leading off. He's going to be pitching today for the Wolverines. The Wolverines have gone through a whole host of pitchers.
Yeah, pitching is really, really tough at the high school level because there's just not enough of them. You have kids who can throw strikes, kids who played in Little League and Senior League, but this is a different ball game up here. And when they have, like you said, you'd have to cram games together because of rainouts. It's just hard on small schools, especially with their pitching staffs.
Yeah. And Gage DeBella, number 3, on the mound for the Killingley baseball team. Here's the pitch. That was right down the middle. There's a strike. Gilgenbach started the game yesterday against the Whalers with a double. Ended up scoring the first Wolverine run yesterday. It's a bouncer, slow roller to third, picked up, tossed on over to Fabiano, out number 1. Nice play there by Ashton Goodwin.
Yeah, I thought that might give Goodwin a little trouble because it was a slow roller, but he played it like Nolan Arenado and threw Gilgenbach out easily.
Oh, you mean the guy that was subject to how much trade talk?
Oh my God, he still is.
In the offseason.
He still is. Yeah. They have a trade deadline of July 31st again now, so yeah, you don't know. Especially the Cardinals, their management over the last couple of years has not been what is traditionally known as St. Louis Cardinals management. Drew Harden playing short today. Ooh, he sliced one off the right field line, and one of the coaches who was sitting outside the Killingley dugout decided that he would spend the next couple pitches inside the dugout. He did. He got right up from his bucket, walked right in the dugout, and said, I don't want that coming this way.
right down the pike.
Get that wind again today, Michael, like we did in Plainfield with the softball game. Below and through the microphone.
Curveball in the dirt. Off speed. I saw Drew kind of twitch a little bit. I thought he was going to go for it.
Yeah. No, he held back pretty well on that one. This is a great perspective where we are right here. Right behind home plate, and a lot closer than we are at Griswold. You can see a lot more.
Swing and a miss. He got him. 2 down.
Yeah, I pulled a string on that DeBella and kind of fooled Drew. Nice pitch.
Here's Kiki Boyce playing first base today. Played third base yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. First pitch from DeBella. Strike 1. Now, DeBella's throwing strikes right off the rip.
That's pretty important. Keeps your pitch count down as long as you don't throw them all right down the middle.
2 down here in the top of the first. That's a fair ball. And Kiki's been going to right field a lot lately. He did twice yesterday. Either way, it's a base hit.
That was a hard hit ball. It was headed down the line, and I think the first baseman had a beat on it, and then it took a kind of a little bit of a crazy hop in towards the playing field, and I think it hit the first baseman in the right leg before it went out to right field. So that's a very hard hit single.
All right, here we go. Here is
Caden Deskis.
Caden Deskis batting cleanup today. He's a senior. Inside. Curved right away from his head at the last second. Usually he's first pitch hitting, but he laid off that one.
Well, he almost got hit first pitch instead.
1-1. Nice smack of the mitt there.
Yeah, DeBella's not a big kid, but he throws pretty hard.
Swing and a miss. That was way up out of the strike zone, but it's so hard to lay off that high heater.
What I like a lot about DeBella, I can see already, is the way his legs. He pushes. He uses a lot of his strength and his power from his legs, and you can see him pushing off the mound with his thighs. And pitchers, that's so important for good pitchers. You don't always use your arm as much as you realize that you use your legs to pitch.
That ball gets past the catcher, and Kiki Boyce is going to make it to second base. Uncontested. So the Wolverines have a runner in scoring position here in the first inning.
I believe that's a full count on Deskis.
Ball 4.
Takes a walk. Hey, they have a scoreboard here. I just noticed. That's great.
I can't even. Where is it?
Keep it right there. You keep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it keeps us almost accurate. It's great when you look down. You don't realize you haven't marked the last 4 pitches, and you can look up and see what the real count is.
Is Calvin Odo plays all over the field. Plays left field. He's playing center field today. He had a really good pitching performance against Ellis Tech. Gave up 1 unearned run in his effort for the win.
Calvin's one of the seniors for the Wolverines, and I like the way he plays. He's a very competitive kid, plays hard every game, and really puts it all out in the field. So coach can't ask for much more than that when you get up there and just always give 100%.
Brady Zadora just wanted to check on his pitcher for a second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite fields to come to, just because. But it is the most. It's the hardest to set up at. Strike, nice curve outside corner.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Good roundhouse. Not a lot of speed, but
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse curve.
This is the most inconvenient field to set up on, but it's one of my favorite fields.
Yeah, it's a great field.
Pop foul.
Looks like that's out of play.
We got Chris Fabes on the third base camera today, and Big Nick out in center field, who is our summer intern representing Hamden, Connecticut. Curveball. He kind of reached out at it and played it first, 4-3, and that's going to do it for the Wolverines. One hit, two left on. I'm going to go to the bottom of the first here at Owenville Park in Killingly. The Wolverines, nothing, and Killingly coming up to bat. You are watching ECC Baseball on SNSN Sports.
You buy better.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better. It burns. You buy better.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. The insurance industry is changing every day, from rates to coverages, what qualifies and what doesn't. What always stays the same, though? The Burns Agency's commitment to quality local customer service at unbeatable prices. Call, email, or visit us at byrnesagency.com. Or, like always, stop by our convenient locations in Norwich and Dayville. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
You buy better.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
All right, welcome back to Killingly. I want to say Killingly High School, but it is their field. We are live here at Owenville Park in Dayville, which is where Killingly plays their home games.
This happens to be Ben DeZonia Field.
Ben DeZonia Field, yeah. And the manager of the Killingly baseball team, Ben DeZonia.
Field named after his uncle.
Yeah.
Who died tragically in a motor vehicle accident back when he was in high school, I believe. The coach of Killingly, Ben DeZonia, one of the youngest coaches in high school baseball. And one of the more successful coaches, certainly in Eastern Connecticut for the last, several years.
I think he started when he was 12.
Yes, it seems that way, doesn't it? Yeah.
He only looks 14 now.
No, I think he got directly out of high school and went to head coach.
So we want to thank actually Ben for giving us the high signing and letting us come out here to Owenville Park today to bring this ECC matchup to you. And we are in the bottom of the first. We're watching Sam Gilgenbach, who has committed to Springfield College.
Good for Sam. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Gym Teacher University.
Oh yeah.
How many ADs do you know?
With the Springfield, right?
They go to Springfield. Yeah. Matter of fact, it was Chris Fabes that told me that. He said because he went there, and he's a teacher at Lyman in the middle school. He's the athletic director there. He was the athletic director at the high school and the basketball coach.
Yep.
I must say that I'm very lucky to be surrounded with some wonderful people like the Merch. Who's going to give us the lineup here for Killingly.
All right, we got Hayden Laro leading off, playing second base today. Brady Zadora behind the plate, batting second. Ashton Goodwin on third base. Michael Fabiano Jr. playing first base today, batting fourth. Lincoln Waterman batting fifth, playing right field. Jake Boudreau, the DH today. Dominic Cabrera playing shortstop. Alex Murdoch in left field. And Jake Voyer in center field. I think I got them all, Mike.
I think so. Very good, Merch.
Thank you. I studied them all night. Hey, I come prepared,
You do. You are very prepared, man. So I will give you that. Give us the lineup here for. It's way out of the strike zone. I think it's been about a week and a half or so since Sammy last pitched.
You're looking back, a left-hander. You don't see too many lefties in high school level.
There's a strike.
I think he got a little bit of a break on that one.
I think so too.
A little bit outside. And the umpire, I think, actually halfway between his call, thought about it and said, close enough. 2-2. That's great for Sam. I didn't realize that he was going to Springfield. That's
Yep.
pretty prestigious college.
Ball 4 and Laro gets a base on balls to start the Killingly first inning. Brady Zadora, the catcher, wearing number 2. Uniforms a little bit, to me, they seem a little different this year. I mean, they're all white with maroon lettering.
Not too fancy.
No.
You know, you think that as time goes on, the uniforms get more and more fancy, but not Killingly's.
That ball gets away. It was way over the head of Descus, and Laro is going to move on up to second base. I think, I would guess that behind Gilgenbach, we would see Kiki Boyce.
Yeah.
Today.
Middle infield here, trying to keep Laro close at second base. They keep going back and forth a second between Harden and Hunter DuPont.
And it's in the dirt. Descus, who hasn't seen a lot of action this year. Very good catcher. He's been catching for quite some time.
Good-sized kid. He's a good-sized kid.
Pop foul and not a play.
I love this scoreboard. I love the scoreboard because it corrects me about every third pitch because I forget to write it in the book because I'm watching the game.
That's what we do, man.
I guess. Griswold still hasn't gotten their scoreboard. They probably won't have it this year, Michael.
I don't know. I thought they were getting it this year, but
that's too bad. You know, that's too bad that a school of that stature with the teams they have and things that somewhere along the way they couldn't get enough money to either repair or replace the high school scoreboard.
And ball 4, and Zadora gets a free pass as well. So Gilgenbach having a hard time finding the plate right off the bat. He's given up a couple of walks right away. And here comes Ashton Goodwin, Griswold kid, matter of fact, goes to Killingly High School. And the kid's got some power.
And top first 3 batters for Killingly are all seniors, so they've got some experience too. And he takes another ball. Yeah, Sammy having trouble here. High and outside, a lot of outside pitches. Even an outside pitch that I thought was a ball was called a strike earlier to his benefit, but he's not apparently following through. And as you said, if he hasn't pitched for a while, that certainly would be a sign. So 2-0 on Ashton Goodwin.
Strike. And I thought that was a little bit low. I mean, we shouldn't be calling pitches, but
we're not.
But it was still kind of low.
Yeah.
2-1, 2-2, slapped out to the right.
I've never seen so many balls already in the first inning already hit to out of play in the right side. They're running out of balls. They're all over there in the woods.
Do you know how many baseballs they need to start a major league game?
To start a game? No.
600.
Yeah, and I think I asked you this long time ago. Do you know the average number of pitches that a ball stays in the game?
3.
2.
I think you told me
average
that.
number of pitches is 2 that a ball stays in the game. Isn't that crazy?
Swing and a miss.
Pitch.
Nice off speed. So Sam Gilgenbach helping his own cause there.
For sure. That was a big out right there.
Here's another guy that can go yard. Michael Fabiano, Jr.
Yeah, Ben added that to the lineup card that he gave me.
Low and inside.
We'll still call him Michael, though. We'll call him Michael instead of Junior, though, right? Just Michael.
It's Michael.
Fabs.
I don't know.
Fabs. What's wrong with Fabs? Drew Harden kind of sneaking back a Laro there, keep him close. And Sam steps off the mound.
I don't remember, except for this year, Drew Harden never really playing shortstop.
I don't either. I mean, he came in as a catcher, right? And a very good catcher, by the way.
Pop up. Kiki Boy's giving chase.
Getting out of play on the right side.
Out of play. One and one. One out. Sam trying to get out of a little mini jam here in the first. And there's a shot right to Harden, but it gets through. Laro is getting waved in, and he's going to score. Base hit and RBI for Fabiano. Zadora is going to stop at second.
I actually thought Harden had it until I saw the big puff of dirt out there and realized it was in left field. I thought he had a chance at it, but it would have been a really good play.
Here's Lincoln Waterman. And there's a bouncer to short. Could be a tailor-made double play. And Kiki couldn't handle the ball. And another run will score as Zadora comes in. That was a tailor-made double play ball there. It was sharply hit right on over to Drew Harden, flipped to DuPont, and then pulled Kiki off a little bit and went by him. So now Fabiano goes to second. Here's Waterman. And that's going to do it, as it was a hard hit shot right to Harden. He dropped it. That's okay. And he whipped it over to Kiki Boyce for the third out. So the Killingly team pick up 2 runs here in the bottom of the first. We are going to go to the top of the second inning here at Owenville Park in Dayville, 2-0. You're watching ECC Baseball on SNSN Sports.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett
Highway Campers on Route 12 in Plainfield, proud sponsor of Wolverine Baseball and Athletics. Thank you very much to the entire team at Highway Campers. They've been family owned since 1967, and you can give them a call at any time if you need a vacation consultant. 860-564-0141. And if you didn't get that number, well, guess what? Later on, when you have an opportunity to have a pen with you, you can just scroll right back on this video and get that phone number if you'd like. Or you can just go to highwaycampers.com. Home is where you park it. That is what they say over there. They got a bunch of brand new park model units ready for you and your vacation. You know, Memorial Day is coming up, and you know, Merch, that is a huge, huge camping weekend.
You got it. Yeah, very huge, huge. And beyond that, you know, before you know it, Memorial Day, 3 days later comes 4th of July. So another big camping time. But the whole summer in New England, fall, great camping times. And
exactly.
Highway's got every model and every possible option for you to have a great time with your family or etc. during the summer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Top of the second inning.
Yep. You're ready, huh?
We got Caleb Dutrumble starting it off. Caleb's a freshman. Not too many freshmen start high school games, but Caleb's one of them. Behind Caleb, we have Jake Duthry, and then in the hole is Sonny Patello. Two to nothing game here. Killingly up front here with 2 runs in there. Bottom of the first inning. And batters Caleb Dutrumbo. Hard strike outside.
Followed up with another one.
Yeah. When I said outside, I'm obviously referring to the outside corner that he hit on the white part of the plate. First pitch.
Got him.
Kind of mowed him down, didn't he?
Yes.
That's the second strikeout for DeBella.
Here's the designated hitter, Jake Duthry. Had a couple of hits yesterday against New London. DeBella's just rearing back and firing.
Like I say, he's not a very huge kid. He's not a big kid. He's not 6'3", 6'4", but you can tell how much he pushes off with his legs for a lot of the power that he has behind his pitch. I like that. I like that a lot.
You doing anything big this weekend there, Merch?
This weekend, this is it. What do you think? This is the highlight of my weekend right here from 11 to 1:30.
Can't say that I blame you.
Yeah. What a day. Beautiful day. Supposed to get to like the 80 today, something like that. One and two.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be
One down here. Top of the second inning. Jake Duthry at the plate with a 1-2 count. There's a long fly to left and foul ground, and it drops foul. Count remains 1-2.
I mean, this week, Drew pitched. He hit his pitch from yesterday. That's the all out.
And that's high ball, too. Ooh. High heater. Gets Duthry swinging. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts here for DeBella in the top of the second inning.
All right. It's always nice to have people come up into the booth and say, hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey. You know, DeBella seems to be throwing the ball high, but it doesn't seem to really much matter.
I'll tell
Seems
you
like
what.
they're getting chased just the same.
You see that high fastball come in, and it looks so enticing because it's like, chest high, letters high, and you think you can hit it 400 feet. And by the time it gets here, going pretty hard. You never catch up to it, and that's what's happening
Yeah.
with the Wolverines. They can't catch up to that high, hard one. Sonny Botello at the plate, 2-0 count.
Nice pitch
He throws hard.
for sophomore.
Yeah,
There's Griswold as a freshman, Dutrumbull, who I saw pitch at the end of the LS Tech game.
did well.
Not only that, but the kid's got some velocity.
Hmm.
Ball 4. It's a second walk given up by DeBella. Here's MJ Brockway, the catcher, another freshman. I mean, so the core of this team is healthy.
That's 1 ball, 1 strike on Brockway. DeBella trying to catch Botello napping over there, but he didn't.
He does bring that ball high.
He does. He does throw that high, hard one.
But we kind of mentioned it already a couple of times. Is that they're playing so many games just this week alone. And they're trying to catch up because of rain dates, which is normal this time of year.
Yeah.
You do see that a lot. But then you get that week like this week right here where they're cramming 4 games into 1 week, which is a lot.
It is.
For these kids.
Botello left, had a good jump too, and Brockway fouls it off out of play to the right side. Yeah, a lot of games, and again, small schools don't have a huge depth of pitchers that a lot of the larger schools might have. With a high ball, 3-2. Botello definitely be going on this one.
Especially with 2 down.
There he goes.
Strike
Ooh.
3 looking. So
DeBella strikes out the sides there. 3 strikeouts. Sorry, Michael.
No, it's okay.
You going to say?
I was saying he struck out the side.
I'm sorry.
All right, we are going to go down to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Killingly. You're watching high school baseball right here on SNSN Sports.
Is it safe to visit the dentist? In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the second, 2-0. Killingly.
Wow. You see that catch? Nice catch by Kiki Boyce down the right field line. Here's a pop up out of play. Alex Murdoch down the out of play in the right field side, right side. 0-1. There's another pop up off the right field side as well. Out of play, 0-2. And it's high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Murdoch. 2-0 here. Killingly in the bottom of the second inning. There's another pop up, almost the same exact spot. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Murdoch's a junior, plays left field, Killingly baseball team. Bit outside. Evens up the count at 2-2. And Murdoch runs the count up to 3-2. Wolverines have had a little shaky first inning with a couple of walks and an error. Both batters who walked both scored the first 2 runs of the game.
Hit pair again on that one.
There's a high pop up to left field. And that's caught by Sonny Botello out there for out number 2.
Okay. Yep. And
Brings up the center fielder, Jake Boyer. Got lefty on lefty here. 2 down. Bottom of the second inning, 2-0, Killingly.
Yep, thanks.
Almost got a piece of shirt. Inside, 1-0.
Two down here in the bottom of the second. It's Mike in the Merch. It's a little nubber.
That's trouble.
Trouble for everybody.
Yeah, that's base hit.
That was classic hit it where they're not. All right, 2 down. Top of the order. You know what we missed? It was an E3. That's what we missed. So. And then 6-3.
Yep.
There we go. All right, we are trying to keep our bearings straight here. Told you, love the field, but the most difficult place to call a game. And it's not because of where we are. It's because of the logistics where the cameras are and stuff. But still love the field. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2.
Lara walked and scored back in the top of the first. Bottom of the first.
Sammy seems a little more crisp.
A little bit.
Maybe just needed a little bit of starter juice. Swing and a miss. And he gets him. So first time he walked him. Second time he strikes him out. It's 2 Ks now for Sam Gilgebach. For the Wolverines, we're going to go to the top of the third inning. Killingly 2, Griswold nothing. You are watching ECC Baseball on SNSN Sports. Strain Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto. And we want to thank Rubino's Full Circle Restaurant, established back in 1959, of course, by Dean's parents, Madeline and Lou. You remember the old Rubino's?
Of course. You kidding?
Oh yeah. Did you remember the band Flat Rock?
Oh, yeah.
They used to play there.
All the time.
Yeah, my dad used to take me down to
All the
Rubino's
time,
to get spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah. Rubino's Friday nights, boy, you gotta get in the place.
Yeah?
Yeah. Always packed on the weekends. Great food, and they've continued that tradition for years with Dean and you know the family all involved still.
Yeah, so Dean opened up Dean and his wife opened up the restaurant over on Route 138 called Rubino's Full Circle, because basically that's what happened. I mean,
yeah, that's funny.
The whole family went, full circle.
Seafood
with the new
and Sundays.
restaurant.
Used to be seafood and Sundays at one point, right?
Yeah, and they also now they even have Rubino's Full Scoop.
Full Scoop?
Which is the ice cream truck right outside. So anyway, it's Rubino's Full Circle Restaurant. You all right there, Merch? And check them out. I'll tell you more later, but get the Mexican burger. It's delicious.
You just told them. You're not telling them.
Yeah.
And a scoop.
And a scoop.
Top of the order here for the Wolverines.
Sam Gilgenbach. I missed the cue.
That's all right. I don't have a cue.
You just go.
I just talk whenever I feel like it, I guess.
Nice pitch.
That was a good
by
pitch.
DeBella, yeah. Kind of like a sweeping, but not so sweeping.
Well,
off-speed
it ended
curve.
up hitting the outside of the plate. It
Yeah.
looked like it was coming in outside and curve back in. And ooh, there's a shot. Fair.
That's a fair ball.
Yeah, that's definitely extra bases there.
Sammy doing the flex out there.
Nice line drive double. See him go back. That's the way to lead it off right there.
Send a pitch to the opposite field. Down the line. Is Drew Harden struck out his first time up.
I'm looking for something big here, Mike. I am.
Ooh.
That's a little high and tight.
You know what? I can look at my phone anytime and I'm getting a spam call.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
Oopsie.
Made Sammy a little nervous out there.
Made me a little nervous.
And there wasn't a Killingly player within 10 feet of the bag.
That's the one thing that I think that DeBella's having a hard time with is, and I think that's just going to come with time, and discipline on the mound is his release point because he throws a lot of high pitches.
He does.
And now he's behind 3-0 to Drew Harden. Right down the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that release point or a little bit shy on a follow through, but he does throw a lot of high pitches.
Swing and a miss. See, there's that high heater.
Another high pitch, but sometimes to the batter, your eyes get big as saucers because it looks like, oh man, this is the one, and you just can't catch up to those. It's hard to catch up to those high pitches, I should say.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Gilgenbach with a leadoff double, leading off of second. Here's the pitch. Here it comes from DeBella. Curveball, ball pitch. 4.
Yeah. So that's his third walk this afternoon, and this morning, I guess still. And he's had 4 strikeouts. And Ben DeZonia wants to talk it over. Wants to talk to DeBella a little bit about the pitch, and he wants to talk to his infield about what to do if. The batter's going to be Kiki Boyce, one of the power guys for the Wolverines, who had a base hit first time up. So I'm sure they're discussing what to do about Kiki.
Yeah, you get some contact guys coming up. I mean, with Harden, but he got the base on balls. So really, the top 5 definitely contact hitters.
Yeah. And Kiki's just a big kid. I mean, on the mound,
big strong kid.
You see that at the plate, and makes you a little nervous.
First pitch to Kiki, high and tight.
Caden Deskus, the catcher, on deck.
Swinging a foul off to the right-hand side. And 1-1 to Kiki Boyce, number 99. We'll play football in the fall, baseball in the spring. And that's right up the middle. And
could be trouble for Griswold.
That's good. A double play. 4-3, 4 unassisted, 3 double play. So 2 down, and all of a sudden, the rally starts to distinguish a little bit.
Yeah.
But Gilgebach is on third, so base hit will play to run for the Wolverines. Strike 1. So that's a classic thing. Let your players behind you take care of everything. Let them hit it.
Well, when you have a good defense and you're a pitcher, that confidence that you have in, the players behind you, like you said, Mike, to make the play, especially routine plays. But even a non-routine fantastic play every once in a while, it gives you so many more options as a pitcher. You don't have to hit every corner. You can actually throw it hard enough down the middle sometimes because you have players behind you. So I think DeBella is probably in that situation.
Good play by Laro at second base.
Ooh, that's a shot.
It looks like it's going to be right at the right fielder. And easily taken in there by Lincoln Waterman. So the Wolverines do threaten a little bit, get a leadoff double there by Sam Gilgabach, but it is squandered. And we're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. Killingly still up on Griswold 2-0. You're watching ECC Baseball on SNSN Sports.
Today's program is being brought to you by the Burns Agency in Dayville and Norwich. Home, auto, life insurance, all from a family-owned agency since 1932. Call 860-774-8549 or find them on the web at burnsagency.com and find out why you'll buy better at Burns. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company. Strain Family Motors on Route 12, Lisbon. Quality used cars like the SNSN Strain Family Motors Mobile that you will see at all SNSN Sports events. Oil changes, remote car starters, all available and more in their service department. And if you really want to turn up the excitement, rent a Polaris Slingshot for the day and live it up. All available at
Here we go here at Owenville Park in Killingly, bottom of the third. And Zadora is going to go ahead and lead off for Killingly.
Brady walked back in the first and scored the second of the two Killingly runs this morning.
Gilgabach last inning seemed to really kind of settle in a little bit better.
Yeah, he was had a little trouble throwing that ball a little outside, but pulled it back in last inning and did well. Another shot out of play down the right field line. Brings the count to 1-1.
Popped off to the right side, but foul.
Instant replay. You okay there, Mike? You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Ashton Goodwin.
You need
third baseman
paperweights
out there.
around here the size of boulders. And we're in a booth. Right up the middle. Nice little hop there for Drew Harden. Tosses on over to Kiki Boyce. Boy, you want to talk about a courtesy hop.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because it looked like it was going to go right up the middle and hop off the mound, and Harden made a nice play.
Here's Goodwin, who struck out his first time up. And there's a base hit into left field. First pitch hitting.
Yeah, sharp single.
Here's Fabiano. Had a base hit his first time up. Do you hear that?
I do.
Strike on the outside corner.
I think that's Mike's fan club.
It must be.
Oh,
Goodwin, there he
yeah.
goes, swing and a miss, and they're not going to throw, and he's going to have second base stolen with no contest, or not even contested.
We know what you mean. And he had the base stolen, kind of off Sammy, unfortunately. But there's a shot to center. But
That's
yeah, nice play by Calvin Otto out there.
had a beat on it right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning.
Here comes Lincoln Waterman, who got on, which should have been a double play, but the first baseman, Kiki Boyce, mishandled the ball, and a run scored. So he got on via an E3. Swing and a miss, strike one. Which means one of the two runs for Killingly are unearned.
Right.
And the ball gets away from Deskis, but he does keep it in front of him, but that still allows Goodwin
Yeah, Goodwin's got some
to move to
wheels.
third.
He didn't even hesitate on that. And it was just a few feet in front of the catcher, but Goodwin had a pretty good lead out there from that second to begin with. And he soon as he seen that slip away, didn't even hesitate.
Ball inside.
We got things flying around like
I know.
they're halfway to Kansas by now.
Foul
Yikes.
straight back. Two down, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lincoln Waterman. A lot of these guys are really on both sides are multiplayer or multi-sport players. But then again, I think you and I have talked about it before. Some kids are just baseball kids.
Yeah, and some kids are just football kids too.
Yeah. Full count. Like Sam Gilgenbach. He's a baseball kid.
Yep. Well, these days, as opposed to when certainly I was growing up, and maybe even you didn't have the opportunity to play one sport all year round.
Right.
And now
right.
you can play one sport. And if you have a sport that you love and you're passionate about and you're good at, you can play that sport all year round and be the absolute best that you can possibly be at it.
Yeah.
Years ago, you ever thought about, baseball over the winter? Never happened.
We never had fall ball when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, me neither. Baseball ended on Labor Day.
Yeah.
That's it. No games ever after Labor Day. But we used to play. I remember in Little League, I played in a championship series on Labor Day weekend. That's how long the. Ooh.
Oh, he thought he had ball 4, but no. Gilgenbach gets Lincoln Waterman looking.
Lincoln looking.
And that's going to do it for the bottom of the third. 1 man left on base. No runs in that inning for the Killingly baseball team. Going to go to the top of the 4th. 2-0 Killingly. You are watching ECC Baseball on SNSN Sports.
You buy better,
Better with Burns.
much better.
So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. The insurance industry is changing every day, from rates to coverages, what qualifies and what doesn't. What always stays the same, though? The Burns Agency's commitment to quality local customer service at unbeatable prices. Call, email, or visit us at byrnesagency.com. Or, like always, stop by our convenient locations in Norwich and Dayville. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
You buy better,
Better with Burns.
much better.
So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns.
All right, here we go. Top of the fourth inning here at Owenville Park in Dayville. 2-0 Wolverine. Killingly. And we got Odo, Do Trumbull, and Do 3. Odo bounced to second his first time up. He had a really good game against Ellis Tech. Like I said, he pitched 6 strong innings,
Wow.
1 unearned run, and went 4 for 4 from at the plate.
See, Calvin's the kind of kid that he may not be in your your starting group of pitchers for the most part, but you have a game where you actually need someone to come in and throw some innings. And I'm just catching up with my score sheets all over the place, and he can step in for you and do a good job. And just took strike 3.
1 down.
Good ball player, though. Good ball player.
Is Caleb Do Trumbull.
I am struggling.
Use that board right there.
I am struggling. Yeah.
Because we're getting really high winds in the booth.
Oh.
It just kind of leaps off. That may drop somewhere, but no, Waterman's right there with a sliding catch.
Nice play.
2 outs quickly for Griswold, Jake Do 3. The designated hitter coming on up.
That strikeout was DeBella's 5th, by the way, when Odo went down looking. And
Ball 1.
Do 3 struck out his first time up as well.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And DeBella is looking to have a very easy inning. Excuse me, it's strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got him.
I got him.
I didn't mean to react like that, but I saw it coming.
Botello, he's coming up. He got to walk his first time up. High and tight on that one, ball 1.
Sonny playing left field for the Wolverines today.
Yeah, he was en route to a very easy 4th inning. One ball, 1 strike.
You say, Mike, as you said before, DeBella as a sophomore, he he throws hard, and he's going to be something to be reckoned with down the road here in the next couple of years if he continues to progress, as he has already. Throws the ball hard, always around the plate.
Yeah.
Does have 3 walks, but
and a hit batter now.
Yeah. But all considered, those things you can take care of.
There's a bounce at a third. Goodwin tosses on over to first base for the 5-3 put out on Botello. So in a very fast-moving ball game, we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning with the score 2-0 Killingly over the Wolverines. You are watching high school baseball on SNSN Sports. Strain Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto Thank you very much to Michael Mish from One Trust Home Loans for any kind of mortgage opportunity or lending opportunity, whether it's a mortgage or new construction or what else you got there, Merch? What else is there? What else will they do?
Anything you need from a financial standpoint, they can do anything for you. Mike and his group are really good.
Yeah, I ended up actually getting my my mortgage to him. He comes into our show a lot too, where we have a he's like our consultant that we go to for that kind of stuff, financial stuff. So Mike Mish from One Trust Home Loans, 860-884-2103 is his phone number. Find him on Facebook. Just go to onetrusthomeloans.com. Strike one.
Game started off, Mike, like it was going to, be kind of a more drawn out game today, but the last couple innings have kind of flown right by.
Yeah. Here's Boudreaux. Bounced to short his first time up, and there's a roller on over to DuPont. Flips it over to Kiki for the out. One down.
Now batting, number 22, Dominic Kubera.
Dominic Kubera up now for Killingly.
Popped out to first base on a really, really nice play, over-the-shoulder catch by Kiki Boyce in foul territory. I think it was in foul territory. Anyways,
Yeah.
right on the right field line. And Kiki made a really nice play on that pop-up.
And there's a pop-up into right field. And a nice catch out there
Now batting,
by the right fielder, Caleb Dutrumble. Here's Alex Murdoch, the left fielder. Again, just a quick moving game.
Alex is a junior, and he flew out to left field his first time up.
You're going on vacation pretty soon, huh?
I am.
What's your favorite? I don't know. Have I ever asked you this? What is your favorite vacation spot?
Well, we were fortunate enough last July.
What, Hawaii, right?
I took a trip to Hawaii, first time for about.
Nice.
I'll continue that later. Low scoring, but
Go ahead. Tell us.
I was just going to say Lori and I took our first time ever trip to Hawaii, and that had to be it. That was a fantastic. We actually stayed 10 nights, and it was absolutely wonderful every day and night. Perfect weather. Yeah, and I think to me that was it. Long travel, but all worth it.
Any place on your bucket list that you haven't gone yet?
Italy, I think.
Where?
That's Italy.
Italy?
Yeah,
we talked about this.
Yeah,
actually.
we did a little bit. I'd love to go to the Tuscan region of Italy before I kick off here. One of these days.
Or just go to a Tuscan restaurant.
Yeah, we could do that. Could do that and just make the leads. I think that.
Hey, bello.
Yeah. Yeah, go to a Tuscan restaurant where they speak Italian only. So I could do that. But that's the only thing that I think we've got kind of out there. No specific plan. But
you ever go to you ever hear somebody talk Italian? They're really not talking Italian. They're just going. It was an episode on Family Guy. Like, if you sound Italian, then you're speaking Italian.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Que bella.
Que bella.
I wouldn't even know what to say. I would just. You know what my grandson did yesterday?
No, I don't. But you could certainly let me.
He's talking.
Enlighten.
He's counting to 10 in Spanish.
In Spanish?
Yes.
How old?
Not even 3.
Wow.
It's just out of the blue.
I think you can count to 10 in English. I was like in second grade, I think.
I didn't even expect it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we were I don't know what we were playing with yesterday, but I just went uno, dos, and he goes tres, cuatro, cinco. He just took off with it. I'm like,
That's
Benny,
pretty good.
that's awesome.
He's going to be able to talk about you before you know it, and you're not going to know a word he's saying.
Oh, he always calls. He always
and he's gonna talk to somebody and laugh, and you're gonna
Oh, boy.
yeah
That's Benny for you.
that's how it works. These little kids.
There's a bouncer to first, and that's going to be taken unassisted. One down. It's MJ Brockway is the first out of the top of the fifth.
Yeah, a lot of early swingers here.
Yeah.
The last inning or two, which making the game fly by even faster than we were talking about. So,
And
top of the order.
DeBella is just he's spinning a gem so far.
He has a couple hits, I think, and he's Griswold has only 2 hits, and a big plus for the Killing League team is no errors. There's another shot by Sammy down the left field line.
I think they shaded him a little bit over.
Yeah, I think you're right, because last time up he did almost the same thing, a little bit more sharper. Last time up they had a nice double, and he did something real similar. But you're right. I think they learned their lesson from last time and had the left fielder positioned perfectly.
So Koo 2 quick down, and here's Harden, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out in the first and walked in the third.
Yeah, it's already top of the fifth, Mike. Got to start getting your rally caps on here pretty soon. Another high pitch from DeBella. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, when I was doing my Spanish thing, I mean my Italian thing was nothing to do with the pitcher. By the way, I just remembered. Wait a minute, his last name is DeBella, and I'm like, whoa. So nothing was meant by that. I wasn't even thinking about that. I am the king of say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Harden gets ball 4. Here's Kiki. Kiki 1 for 2. Base hits in the first and then bounced into a 4 unassisted double play to first base. Boom, boom. I'm showing the Wolverines with 2 hits or
Yep.
1. 2 hits.
I have 2.
And quick 1 pitch to Kiki. Bounced to Goodwin. And that's it. Going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. This game is just zoom, zoom, zoom.
Bibbidi bidby.
Bibbidi bobbidi zoom, zoom. Oh, stop it. Because never mind. We're going to be back in a minute on SNSN Sports.
Leading off bottom of the fifth for Killingly is Jake Voyer. There's a shot down the right field line, foul, just foul. Strike one. Jake had a base hit back in the second inning. His only time up in the bottom of the fifth. Killingly scores 2 runs by their first 2 batters in the top of the bottom of the first inning. And then there has not been a player on either team to cross the plate since. There's a bunt attempt for strike 2. 0-2.
A lot of activity here at Owen Bell Park. Whole bunch of things going on.
Yeah, beautiful day. What a beautiful Saturday. I went to Lowe's before I stopped came over to the field.
Yeah.
And as you can imagine, Lowe's was jam-packed, especially the garden area.
That would have been a foul ball for you to catch.
Yeah, I would have tried to stand on the counter real quick.
I will never forget the time the foul ball came back and you saved my face, literally.
I did. You jumped under the desk or the counter.
Get it out of my face.
It was funny. I remember we were Griswold baseball game against New London. That was funny.
All right, Gilgabot goes to a full count.
That was when I still had instincts to actually put your hand up and protect your face and catch the ball. Caught the ball. It was crazy.
DeBella on deck. And then back to the top of the order again with Hayden Laro. Fouled off. Still a full count. Oh, no, it's 2-2. That's what happens. I'm blind as a bat. Both pitchers really are having a great ball game.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really are.
After that shaky start for Sammy and Griswold, after that shaky start, he's really settled down. And as we talk about all the time, that walks and errors will kill you. And the first 2 batters for Killingly walked, and those are the only 2 batters who have scored during the game today.
And now Sam has gone to a full count. And that's going to be ball 4. So Voyer is on base. Hit a base hit his first time up.
Now batting, number 1, Hayden Laro.
Hayden Laro. Actually, the top of the order is now, as DeBella is not batting. Laro 0 for 1 with a walk in the first, like you had just mentioned, Murch. And then came around to score.
And ironically, the walk that Voyer just took was Sam's third. First 2 batters walked, and then just now.
So Laro, actually, he scored on a Fabiano base hit. So that's the one earned run.
Right.
That is off of Gilgenbach today. One ball, one strike. Gilgenbach looking in at the sign. Keeping the runner very, very close at first. At least trying to. Trying to keep Voyer honest over there.
As you said earlier, Mike, the season gets real crammed up this time of year, especially with rainouts and whatever. And both teams played yesterday. Both teams play again on Monday, with Griswold being away at Bacon, and the Killingly team hosting St. Bernard's here at Owen Bell. So it doesn't stop. They get a day off, but get a lot of games in not so many days.
Gilgenbach very, very occupied with Jake Voyer over on first. There's a pop-up in foul territory. Kiki giving chase.
Makes the play.
Made it look easy.
Yeah.
He's made a couple like that now.
Yeah. No.
Now batting.
Great defense on those pop-ups, let me tell you.
Against Ellis Tech, there was a pop-up in foul territory, and Kiki just yells, "I've got the ball." Guess he was calling other people off. Kiki's got a lot of personality.
Yeah.
One down in the bottom of the fifth.
Sammy seems to be a little bit more deliberate out there this inning. He's
He might be
kinda
getting tired,
slowed
too.
it down a little bit. Ooh.
I think that ball just slipped right out of his hand.
Well, again, I can't tell up in the booth here, but the weather forecast had temperature up near 80 today.
Yeah.
And, the kids haven't played in the heat on a Saturday. Most Saturdays have been either rainy, cloudy, whatever, but on a Saturday in the middle of the day at 80 degrees.
Well, I mean, this is
not
going to be
the same.
peak time, too, right around noontime, right?
Sure. Yeah. So, he's taking his time a little bit more this inning. And maybe you're right. Maybe it's just a little bit of fatigue setting in.
Fouled and out of play. Zadora scored the unearned run in the first, as he walked, like Merch mentioned earlier, and then he bounced short in the third. 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's a fly ball right over to Dutrumbull. Didn't really have to move all that far.
Nice play out there. Got the ball right back into the infield.
There's only a couple of people that have really pulled the ball against him.
Yeah.
Goodwin and Fabiano. And here's Goodwin. He hit a rope into left field.
Yeah.
That was a base hit in the third.
There's another
line shot right
Wow.
to the third baseman.
He hit that one right on the nose, didn't he?
Boom. He absolutely hit that on the nose. As Brockway just grabbed it.
Yeah.
And it was a kind of like a look what I found. Either way, he walks one, gets a second, does Boyer on a wild pitch, and then sets him down right after that 3 in a row. So we're going to go to the
top of the 6th, Mike.
top of the 6th, my goodness.
Believe it or not.
2-0 Killingly. You're watching ECC baseball on SNSN Sports.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett
Welcome back. Here we are, top of the sixth inning. Griswold, they are going to offer Caden Deskis, Calvin Odo, and Caleb Dutrumble to come to the plate. And if it keeps going, then Jake Duthry, who had that look what I found to end the last inning, will be in the hole at that point. Now, we were just talking like during the break there, how Abella he's got just such a smooth motion to the plate.
Yeah, perfect, nice compact motion, nothing out of line. Again, I said it 3 times already, but uses his legs well to push off the mound, push off the rubber, and he just like that.
Strike one.
Yeah, his form is almost perfect, at least from what I can see, which isn't saying much, but.
Here's a pop-up into right field. Waterman coming on in and makes the catch. Waterman's very active out there in right field.
Yeah. He's got these long, gangly legs that brought him in for a couple of really nice catches so far.
Calvin Odo, center field today. He's a Calvin of all trades.
Griswold got to start thinking about coming up with something to get some runners on. The Bellas just had it under control, and their defense is playing phenomenally. They haven't had an error all day. Griswold's got to do something to break through there.
Odo with a bouncer over to third to Goodwin. Tosses him out. 2 down quickly. That brings up Dutrumble.
And that was a rocket from third to first by Goodwin. That was almost as hard as the ball he hit the third last time he was up. Jesus.
He was mad.
Both 110 miles an hour.
All right, here's Dutrumble, who's struck out and fly to right, short right field. Swing and a miss. And his pitches, Abella, are very economical.
Yeah.
He's not throwing a whole lot of pitches. He's probably throwing 10 to 12 an inning.
He had that one stretch in the middle innings where he was throwing the ball a little high. We talked about, the release point, or was he getting tired, or, something. But that's gone away. He hasn't done that in the last inning or two.
Strike 3. That's the end of the inning. The Wolverines go down like church mouses here in the top of the 6th. They're not really peeping a whole lot today.
No.
Going to go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Killingly. You're watching ECC Baseball on SNSN Sports.
Is it safe to visit the dentist? In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
And we're back here at Owenbell Park, bottom of the sixth, 2-0 Killingly. So you went and saw a show.
Yes, I did.
You went and saw a Queen
We saw
tribute
a Queen
band.
tribute band
Nice.
last Tuesday at the Guard Theater, which is a very nice place to see an event or a performance. And I was absolutely astounded. I never expected it to be as good as it was. It was great. It looked like, I mean, you would have thought that Freddie Mercury was the guy that was singing the whole evening.
Amazing.
Yeah, it really was amazing.
I love a good tribute
A lot
band.
of fun. Oh, boy,
I hate a bad tribute
Oh yeah,
band.
that's bad. But these guys were tremendous.
All right, here's the cleanup hitter, Fabiano Jr.
Well, that's what Ben put on the lineup card. So I'm just
put a very effective first base. A nice little duo between him and the third baseman, Ashton Goodwin.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to get that ball from third to first for these guys.
Fouled and out of play. And again, this game has just moved right along. I mean, we started at 11. I mean, it's an hour and a half long, which usually, I mean, games go
or more.
2:10, right there.
And it's not over. It's not over. You know, when Griswold catches up next inning, we go four or five extra innings. You know.
And that is a strikeout of Fabiano Jr. Went 1 for 3 today.
That's number 4 for Sam Gilgenbach, by the way. I'm sorry, Mike, you were saying?
No, I was just going to say very active right fielder, Lincoln Waterman, coming to the plate. Got on an error in the first and struck out in the third.
Made a couple of nice running catches, running in from right field this afternoon, today.
One ball, one strike. I mean, even though, I mean, both pitchers have pitched very well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that shaky first inning, that was the, and again, game's not over, but if it continues going the way that it has been the last 5, it was that shaky first inning for the Wolverines. Sure. First 2 batters score, isn't that funny? First 2 batters, the only 2 batters that have crossed the plate all day.
Nice pitch on the outside corner.
I think Sammy got a break on that one.
I think so too, but 2-2.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Fabiano is shaking his head like, eh.
Yeah, I think that's Waterman, but yeah.
Or Waterman.
Yeah, one of those guys. And the other.
Fouled at the plate. Staying alive. Thank you, Merch. Staying alive. I haven't done that all year, you know.
Did we do it once? I think we did it once.
Maybe one. No, I stopped it.
I think I started dancing. That's when you stopped it. That's what happened.
The mirror ball went off in the booth.
As soon as that disco ball started up, you said, okay, that's it.
All of a sudden, Merch had his leisure suit on.
Get off of that chair.
Strike 3. 2 down.
You're too old to be standing on that chair. That's Sammy's 5th K for the day. So again, you're right. He's
you couldn't pitch much better.
No, they both have pitched great. Oh boy.
Inside to Boudreau. Boudreau for 2. Bounce to short and bounce to second. And there's a little roller to Drew Harden. He's going to get it over to Kiki, and Kiki goes right through the webbing. And Boudreau is going to end up on second on Kiki's second error of the day.
That was a tough play for Kiki, though. That hit the ground before.
Now batting, number 22, Dominic Kubera.
So here's Kubera, who actually has a runner in scoring position in Boudreau. Kubera is 0 for 2 today. Strike 1.
I don't think we've had any subs today, have we, for either team?
I haven't seen any, no.
I guess on a 2-0 game, you don't see as many replacement players.
High and tight, 1-1. So in the bottom, on the top of the seventh, you got Duthry, Sonny Botello, and MJ Brockway scheduled up.
And that would be the 7, 8, and 9 batters, I believe, right, Mike?
Yes.
Hey, that little ambush at the bottom of the order. That's what they're looking for here. And they get back up to the plate.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
And Killing would love to have one more run here to give them a little more cushion, little insurance.
Yeah, two-run lead is not anything really in this. Ball gets away, but Deskus another good job keeping it in front of him.
Nice stop and nice decision not to try to throw to third, because those always end up disastrous. So I think he did the right thing. Hold the ball, kind of eat it. Let Sam take care of Cabrera.
So this is the first time Killingly's got a runner to third base since the third. And it's a full count, and the ball is outside, and Cabrera gets a free pass. And Tim Lake, here he comes.
4th walk for Gilgenbach. I can't imagine he's going to replace Sammy at this point, but I think he wants everybody to get settled down, because they don't, as we were just talking about, that cushion or insurance run, they can't afford to have another run scored, especially with a play where the infield is not comfortable with what they're going to do with the ball when they get it. And just give Sam a little breather out there, The batter coming up, Alex Murdoch, who has flied out to left and popped out to short today.
So he does choose to leave Sam Gilgenbach in the game. Murdoch, the left fielder, 0 for 2.
And I'm going to also guess they talked a little bit about the idea of Cabrera stealing. So they keep him close, but do not throw the ball away. Cannot afford that.
Or do you just go hard and get the batter?
That would be my way, but
ball is in the dirt, and nice stop by Caden Deskus to save a run.
yeah, I think he's done a great job behind the plate today.
Ball 2. I think Sam is definitely tired. And, if he ends up walking this batter right here, that may be the end of the line. And they got him in a pickle.
But the runner at third is going to score now, and he's going to score before the ball gets here. So
I don't know if 3-0 Killingly, and the runner and Cabrera gets back to first, and Gilgenbach's not happy with that.
No, had him picked off, but it's one of those plays that you got to keep your eye on the runner at third base, because he's the closer you are to catching the runner between first and second, the closer it's going to be that the runner at third heads for home.
Yeah.
And you just want to make that tag of the runner at first before the runner from third crossed at the plate, and that obviously did not happen. And Murdoch goes anyway now. Then we should have let him go the first time.
So Kubera takes second. Fouled off.
I think what should have happened on that play, I think that Sammy should have ran right at the runner instead of them passing the ball back and forth and trying to catch him in a pickle. Run right at the runner. And as soon as Cabrera broke from, well, who was it? Woodrow broke from third. That's when you throw home. But by passing it back and forth a couple of times out there, gives that runner at third so much more of an advantage.
Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball in the hole. Harden is going to throw it on over, and they are going to be safe. Even though it was a good hard throw by Drew Harden. So now they have first and third. We got the center fielder. I'm not sure why they keep going to first. I would think you just get the batter. There's 2 outs.
Well, you know what's funny is that
I'm not a coach.
No, I stop. But as a left-handed pitcher, you can see so much better over there, and I think it entices you. It tempts you to go to first more because you're looking right at where the runner is. What his little movements are over there. As a right-hander, you just kind of look over your shoulder and you don't get the whole perspective as to where that first base runner is, where he's leaning. So I think as a lefty, you tend to throw there more often. I think how it works out there sometimes.
And Sam is definitely laboring to try to get through.
He just can't wait for this half inning to get over.
Strike one. Murdoch goes to second on the defensive indifference.
Base hit here would really, really put Wolverines in the hole.
2-1, 3-1. I think the gas tank is empty.
Pretty close. Running on fumes.
3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nice pitch by Gilger.
Right.
That's probably one of the better pitches he's had all inning.
Yeah.
Just reared back and fired and threw it right by Voyer. Three, 2 outs.
Ooh.
And it hit him. Now we got the bases loaded and the top of the order with Hayden Laro, which really has not had a lot of luck against Gilgenbach today. Walked in the first, scored a run, struck out, and then popped out to Kiki Boyce.
He'd be the 7th batter of the inning coming up to the plate.
And that ball gets behind Caden Discus, and another run comes in as Kubera scores. It's 4-0 Killingly. Murdoch moves up to third and Voyer to second. So still 2 runners in scoring position. And you can even see it on Sammy's face.
Well, I think he's got a little disgust and a little fatigue and combination of things out there. Just like I said, just wants this half inning get over with to get this last out and get out of here.
There's a strike.
Ooh, halfway up, and he called it a ball, I think.
No strike.
Did you call it a strike?
Yeah. 2-1.
I thought he stopped with his strike call. No,
Oh,
3-0.
Yeah,
Oh, see,
okay,
I
yeah,
told
because
you,
even
yeah.
look at the board, it says
Yeah,
2-1.
Yeah, because he was going up with a strike, looked like a strike, and he called it a ball, but not that one. He called it a strike.
Fooled me too.
He went halfway and then he stopped. And
Fooled the scoreboard guys too, but I think it fooled all of us.
not me. I told you what it was.
There's a fly ball into center field. And the bleeding has stopped as Odo brings it in. So they send 7 runners to the plate, batters to the plate. And all of it happened with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's right.
All of it happened with 2 outs. Top of the 7th we go. Killingly up ahead on Griswold. 4-0. You're watching high school baseball on SNSN Sports.
Today's program is being brought to you by the Burns Agency in Dayville and Norwich. Home, auto, life insurance, all from a family-owned agency since 1932. Call 860-774-8549 or find them on the web at burnsagency.com and find out why you'll buy better at Burns. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company. Strain Family Motors on Route 12, Lisbon. Quality used cars like the SNSN Strain Family Motors Mobile that you will see at all SNSN Sports events. Oil changes, remote car starters, all available and more in their service department. And if you really want to turn up the excitement, rent a Polaris Slingshot for the day and live it up. All available at
All right, here we go to the top of the 7th inning. Last shot for Griswold. They have had no luck when it comes to facing Gage DeBella, but then again, he's pitched a great game. So you really, you can't really fault the Wolverines. He's just been automatic.
Yeah, he's just been on spot all day, and even the least a bit of a threat, he would come in, take control, set the Wolverines down, and move on to the next inning.
Coming up after the conclusion of the game, we will announce our Capital Property Group players of the game. One from Killingly and one from Griswold. And it's 3-0.
DeBella's got 6 strikeouts and has walked 4 batters between this morning and this afternoon. He's now 5th walk of the day. So it wouldn't be surprising to see, DeBella's starting to wear down a little bit too, Mike. It's been a warm day. Not used to playing in the heat, middle of the day like this. He's pitched 6 fantastic innings and just trying to get through the 7th as Sammy Gilgenbach was.
Sonny Botello comes up to the plate, fouls off the first. And I believe this is his second at bat, is it not?
Well, he walked back in the second.
Oh, I got
inning.
it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm
and then
sorry.
he grounded out in the 4th.
Yeah, to third base. The ball gets away from the catcher, and Duthry is going to make it up to second base.
But as we've said before, Mike, never say never, because we've seen this Griswold team come back many times in the late innings. You get the bottom of the order here to ambush a little bit, get some runners on, and you come up to the top of the order. You just never know what can happen.
2 balls, 1 strike, runner on second base. Wolverines trying to get something started here in the top of the 7th. And there's a fouling out of play, evens the count at 2-2. Thanks for joining us today on SNSN Sports. This great ball game between the Griswold Wolverines and the Killingly baseball team here from Owen Bell Park in Dayville. Mike Minarski and the Merch. Mike and the Merch back in the saddle again together. Calling games and talking about vacations. And there's a bouncer to short in the hole.
Trouble.
Here's the throw, and they get him.
That was a nice play.
Holy moly! What a throw there by Kubera.
Yeah, that was great. I thought for sure Botello was gonna beat that out.
Here's MJ Brockway with one out. That was just good defense. Not much you could do about that.
Yeah, rocket too, just like Goodwin does at third.
Swing and a miss. Gilgenbach on deck.
We look at the hits given up today, and DeBella's given up 2, and Gilgenbach has only given up 4. So very well pitched ball game by both sides.
1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a pop-up, and it should be playable in center field. And here comes the play at the plate as
it's going to be close.
And they're going to get him. And Duthry is
holy moly
out at the plate, and that's pretty much the story of the game.
I would have never expected, but that was a perfect throw to the plate. Nice grab, nice tag.
And they preserved the shutout for Gage DeBella.
Yeah, that ended kind of abruptly, didn't it, Michael? I'm thinking that's going to be 4-1. Hitting top of the orders coming up.
Yep.
And we're going to start this game over again, and it's didn't happen that way. That was a great play by center fielder for Killingly. Jake Boyer, nice throw to the plate. Catcher made a nice grab, got the tag in.
You know what's nice? It's nice to see the coaches, Tim Lake and Ben DeZonier, shaking hands, giving each other a hug.
Yeah,
they know
how difficult it is. This is not an easy task here.
But these are just both two really good coaches, good guys,
right? Successful coaches, and there's nothing between them but admiration and friendship, and they get it because they're both in the same boat. They both do the same thing, and they're trying to do the same thing for their kids and their team and their school and in their community. And these are two good guys, and it was nice there to see them, like you said, at home plate, giving a handshake and even a hug.
So my question to you. If you were to pick the player of the game, Merch, who is it?
I gotta say Gage DeBella without a question.
Yeah,
he was terrific all the way through. Whenever it looked like he was going to be threatened with a little bit of something from the Wolverines where they're going to come back on him. And he would shut it right down. And he was in control the whole game, I think. And I think Gage DeBella, obviously, with only 2 hits against him, deserves to be the Killingly player of the game.
You got it. And I'm gonna pick a Griswold player of the game. And got to be honest with you, if it wasn't, he had a rough 6th inning. But otherwise, the kid was automatic on the mound, Sammy Gilgenbach. So he's my Griswold player of the game
Couldn't
today.
agree with you more, Michael. I think those are both good picks. They both were the highlights for their teams today.
Yeah.
And I think that they both qualify and are deserving of the 2 players of the game today.
And Gilgenbach was the only Wolverine to actually get to third base today.
Yeah.
Oh, no, excuse me, other than
just that. No,
Duthry just that.
Right.
So anyway, your final score in this ECC matchup on a beautiful Saturday afternoon at Owen Bell Park in Dayville, 4-0. Killingly defeats the Wolverines in a beautiful ballpark Except, why are they playing New York? That doesn't make any sense. Get that out of there, you know.
They want the line.
Yeah, I know. 4-0, Killingly. Thanks for joining us for Nick in center field. Fabes. Yeah, he's right here now. The merch. I'm Mike Minarski. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you real soon on SNSN Sports.